this game, but who buys it on Execration? It's certainly odd. Like, I feel like there are a lot of things that haven't been answered for both teams, so I think we might just be in line for another even-ish one.
You said nullify for Execration. Did you mean Neon, or is there someone that I'm missing that like you need to counter with the nullify?
Sorry, I thought I said Execration. Oh, I think just having no Surge, no Ion Shell is kind of significant.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, I didn't, because I mean that was a big reason why we see sometimes the Brewmaster as a counter. You just got this AoE Dispel, even the Invoker as well. Potentially why it was banned out. See how this one's able to shape up. I think we're in store for a very, very interesting game. I think Execration off the back of their lanes have an advantage, but you need to capitalize and get objectives after that. And again, if you start to fall behind, I'm very concerned that Neon with their team fights could be a big issue.
I really wanted to see the Luna come out though, man.
Same.
I feel like it's a bit of a missed opportunity coming through here, but well, who am I to doubt the words of Chemo?
The battle
Looking
begins.
to, you know, he always takes RR's seat during the draft, saying, get out of my way.
Bounty rune's looking 2 for 2. Nothing crazy. Bob gets a D ward as well.
That was
Now,
costly.
we have seen Bob absolutely pop off in his past 4 games in the laning stage. We've had the opportunity to class out every single series from Execration through the qualifiers, and every time we say that Bob, he is a person that is not being consistent. But if he continues to play with the form that he has so far, this is going to be very scary for Neon, because they do also have some issues with dealing with the Queen of Pain. Like, they do not have a lot of ways to hold Bob in place, and his matchup versus DP is pretty quite favored.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, this is a game where Bob could just continue to ball out of control. And I mean, as much as we talk about, you know, it's obviously very important for these teams to be able to go to TI and all of what it would mean for them. Even if it's just last chance and they don't end up qualifying through, the experience is going to serve them in really good stead for next year. Even just from the individual player level, right? A lot of people would have been watching how Bob's been playing over the past week or so, and he has just been an absolute beast. So maybe he's going to start getting some individual offers.
We got some battling going on. Tino's gonna give over first blood as play hard. They've got the level 2 now. We went Rocket Flare. This madman's gonna run in. But Vincenzo gets his own level 2. So the Soul Rip will give him that bonus health. And I mean, we were looking at the mid lane, and we need to be looking at the side lanes. And what's going on? And Ryu, he's up top. We got some lane swapping shenanigans. His bottom lane set. He's gonna go down. Palos, he gets his first kill of the game, so the Necro's on the board.
Suppose anytime you're up against a double strength lane, it's always great to be able to just pop the Necro into that. It means that Bristle, he's not going to be feeling too solid about anything. He still needs to obviously use the Quill Spray to be able to secure any of these kills in lane just for creeps. And Palos, he's always going to have the potential to just spam out that Death Pulse.
I am really Fortune Soul bottom lane. They get the drag back. Cookie should be able to counter that. Fortune Soul still taking a crap load of damage, but it's got some tangos to play with. I'm really unsure of why Neon have swapped the lanes. Bristle plays very well into Visage, and Darksea, I think you pick it into the Necro because of your magic damage in the lane. What can you see of this?
To be honest, not really sure. I feel like the Clockwork also would have done a pretty good job of disrupting a lot of these dives that Shanks is going to be going for. So, yeah, I'm not really seeing it, to be honest. I mean, I guess Clockwork Darkseer is pretty good against the Visage as well. Gravekeeper's Cloak is just completely melted through the Ion Shell and the Battery Assault, but the way to deal with Visage
bottom
is
lane,
like...
Fortune Soul again. Another Cookie just to get him back to the tier 1 tower, and Palos will not be able to catch up. He's taken a decent amount of damage here on Palos.
What I was saying was it's not going to really be effective until you're like level 3 on this top side. And Enryo is, they put the Ion Shell in onto him, but he's got the Rocket Flare leveled up, so can't actually catch Tito inside the cogs. Maybe they get Vincenzo.
Tino now getting chased down under the tier 1 tower. Why not go for the dive? And Ryu with the double kill, and now they're going to miss a full wave of experience. And this could potentially be the thing, Danog. Like, we have said a lot that Enryu is their backbone. often carries Neon in their games, and potentially with him putting him in the safe lane, maybe in what they think is a lane that he'll just get a little bit more farm in, is something that is going to be important for them in this game.
Certainly is a viable option here, as Playhard looking to influence the lane even further, put them into much riskier positions. 2 points now in the battery assault as well. I mean, this becomes a lot harder once you're level 4 as well. And Playhard with that first point into the cogs. But Tino as well, just it's making sure that he can get up to like his level 5, even level 4, just for the single point in the Gravekeeper's Cloak will do a lot of work. I guess as well he might this lane instead of putting into Gravekeeper's Cloak, just because it's not going to be that effective against all of this burst damage. Actually going for the dive here, but again, without the cogs, I don't know how effective this is going to be.
They'll be relying on the body blocks. Henry does have the vacuum, however. But drag back Vincenzo and get another kill. They might lose play hard. Tino is not going to go for it, however. Only 1 point in the soul assumption, so it wouldn't have been enough damage.
I want to see him actually put more points in the soul assumption instead. I've made up my mind. Just because all the damage that's coming through is kind of gradual, right? But it still is a lot of damage overall. So you're going to be able to just spam out those soul assumptions in the lane.
Does look like, at least with the death, Vincenzo is going to be able to TP out to mid to refill the bottle for Bob. Got an observe ward on the other side of the map. Clockwork. All right, just dude, giving me a heart attack. Dying to a T2 tower, nothing crazy. We'll see where Vincenzo is going to look to drop this ward though. Will be kind of towards the top power rune, his bottom lane. Fortune Soul. Finally, he'll go down. Palos and Shanks. They've been putting a lot of work onto the Brisser back, but finally, they'll be granted with the kill.
It's actually been given over 2 tangos as well, so one of them's probably going to be wasted here when he does come back to the lane. Just instantly eat one, bro. It's going to go away anyway. Oh, please. The support in me is dying.
The efficiency in you is dying as well.
Please eat at least one. No! They both vanished. That's like 60 gold right there.
You see it. Support's trying to help out mid. Bob is able to get the haste rune. Play hard. He's forced to just stand his ground and hope to get the kill onto Vincenzo. And with the help of the Iron Shell, he'll find it. And now Avatar Mode's going to posture aggressively as well to try and keep the Clockwork alive. But they'll turn to the Death Prophet instead. Bob is going to have enough mana coming back for the Magic Wand if they need the Sonic Wave to secure the kill. And Shanks, he's going to jump onto the tower. There's the ultimate into the dagger. Kill, and that'll be enough as Avatar Mode goes down, but still the supports on Neon are going to try and hit back. Shanks is eating up all the damage at the moment, but Shanks, he just turns it around. Stands his ground off the back of the life steal. What a beautiful rotation from the Execration supports.
Again, showing the importance of securing those power runes. That does not happen if Bob doesn't have the extra mana to be able to get off that third wave of spells, to have that movement speed to be able to just get pick off after pick off after pick off. And yeah, having a fantastic time as we expected on the Queen of Pain. Really already opened up, what, a 650 net worth lead over the DP.
Not only is that mid lane a big net worth lead, but even bottom lane as well. The carry to carry matchup, Palos has got a 1200 net worth lead on the Necro against the Brisser back. And Palos, he's even rushing the Spirit Vessel this game. So it's going to take away a lot of the tankiness out of the Brisser back, and even, I guess, the Darkseer. Like, this is a hero that can itemize for utility.
Don't forget the DP. With the Spirit Siphons, you aren't able to just run into the middle of these team fights anymore.
Speaking of Darkseer up top, gonna be able to play with play hard. He'll even drop the wall to help secure the kill. Tino's got his own level 6 to play with as well. First familiar stun into the second. Meanwhile, towards the bottom secret shop, Shanks looking to prove to be an issue with Fortune Soul taking some of the stacks, but they will not be able to catch up to the Marcy.
Starting to build up some stacks as well. We'll see that this camp has been blocked up on Seth, so assuming that he's going to start ferrying himself out a sentry ward or 2, just to make sure that things are a little bit safer. Yeah, this is not the start that you want to give to a Necro. Kind of similar to a Visage. You can be very weak in the lane, but not if you're left uncontested and put into reasonable matchups like this. And even with those couple of early deaths for Tino, he's still getting his farm. He's second on net worth right now. All 3 cores on Execration, in fact, to go ahead.
Look at this from Execration. They've had enough of Palace. You just mentioned that. He's out of free lane, kind of been left alone.
They could
And
just... He's going to need to back off entirely. I was about to say they could just go in again. They had the Arcane Root picked up on Marcy, and he'd used all of his Spirit Siphon charges, but he'll back off in time.
the ward dropped on the higher ground player. It's going to see Vincenzo. They'll see the Marcy shortly as well. But Henry playing down bottom gives him a big advantage in regards to the damage. So there's nothing that Vincenzo is going to be able to do. And Shanks are ambitious to try and give him the rebound, but you lose Vincenzo. The main thing is that Palos gets another wave down bottom, and he might be forced to TP out once he kills this.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We'll see. Shanks again. The clear forward. Play hard's going to be surged on full. They've got the vacuum, and there's no one to play with for the Marcy, so without a rebound target, he will be killed off.
They're pinging Palos. He might want to get one more wave, but it might end up costing him. Clearly, he is very tanky right now.
This could be disastrous for Neon if they dive with Vincenzo here.
He should know that the Undying's back alive. I think they might have just got a brief glimpse of him in the tree line as well. So, yeah, they're going to back off entirely. And well, they see on Neon as well that you've got both the Clockwork and the Darkseer still playing around the jungle. So they're going to be playing somewhat more carefully. They know. They know exactly where that ward is. It's going to get dewarded. Not before it had a good amount of effectiveness, but still sucks to have to fall on that one, Bob. Not even completing the blink as well. Didn't want to get baited in there. It's just those little plays like that that Bob does.
It's just the cute plays as... Oh, Bob? He's actually going to jump in. All right. They know exactly where they are, but the double rebound stun. They're still going to be cautious because Henry with the Darks is proving to be a bit of an issue. They've been able to deal with the Tombstone, and now Neon, they can take the team fight. There's a cookie on 4, connecting onto 2. But Palos will finally be able to pivot his attention down towards the jungle, getting involved with the site, but he's in trouble. The Ghost Shroud, I mean, it just sets up for more damage for the Mortimer Kisses. It's a combo that we were mentioning throughout the draft. The Kisses to be able to deal with the Necro. A big kill for Neon to find. Ser is... Hang on. Ser, is he going to win this? Oh, my lord.
Bobby. I know you've had a good start to the game, but that was a little bit too ambitious coming through. Yeah, you're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place there, aren't you? You're like, well, do I want to take damage from the Exorcism Spirits physically, or do I want to take the magic damage coming through? He had a full wand as well, right? So he wanted to get the heal amp coming through from that, but I suppose giving the gold over to Set as opposed to Avatar mode does feel kind of good too, though, doesn't it? Yeah. Never mind, Avatar mode got the last hit.
Oh, okay. I do like this from Execration, a minor thing, but Palos is going to look to move top to play with Tino.
Hold on.
Probably didn't even...
just TP'd down here. Oh, just off the mark with a hook.
Looks like with them being able to zone away the Queen of Pain, this should be a T1 tower traded. Radiant, they do have a bit of a window here, knowing that the Exo is on cooldown, the Mortimer Kiss is on cooldown as well. So if they want to group up for another tower, Palos will be a lot safer in these fights until the ultimates are back up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Seems like Palos just wants to farm for now, and I understand it. You know, you could take this super greedy farm, you can expand what is still a net worth lead for your team, and just get into that next item. It's going to be just as effective.
They jump onto Ser. Look at the backstab onto Avatar mode now as well. Beautifully done from Tino with the micro. The wraparound was perfect, and they get one into the second, and now the tier 1 tower is going to go down as well. A great play from Execration, recognizing that Neon, they weren't able to take a team fight with the ultimates on cooldown.
Farming as well on Palos the entire time, not even needing to join onto this. So, in the meantime, once again, top 3 cores, all on Execration, and it's just going to expand further and further. Hold Bracelet does feel kind of nice, probably for the Marcy, you would assume, just to always give Shanks that mana regen that he needs to stay out on the map. You don't need to buy like a Falcon Blade or a Soul Ring or anything like that on the support. You can just immediately get into the value items.
And you see Shanks is having a pretty good game as well. Level 8 on the Marcy, the same level as the offlane Darks here. Into the Orb Corrosion. This hero is going to do a lot of damage in these fights. Jump in, Avatar mode. Very scary though for Neon.
Predictions, man.
Ah, yeah, you gotta. Do we get any points? Like, I'm still not sure. I haven't checked if there's any achievements for that or anything.
Good question. We should.
We definitely
Reward
should.
the goodness. Although I'm pretty sure I've been wrong a lot of the time.
Look at Vincenzo's positioning. He's putting himself on the front. Trying to pop the smoke and get out with his life. And he'll pop the smoke, but I don't think he'll live. Hook shot to the cookie. Vincenzo's going to go down, but the space he's making is well and truly worthwhile. Top lane's getting shoved out. They're forced to glyph the wave. Meanwhile, the other heroes are also farming. Palace already 1,200 gold after the Boots of Travel completed.
What do we even go here?
Well,
Just go a 4-star?
he's going to jump into the outpost. He does have Tino playing nearby, and they won't continue on forward for more.
Like, I know Lotus Orb is very much the standard build on the Necro, but it's not an amazing Lotus game where I feel like it's a pretty damn good build.
This no good. Fortune Soul is in trouble. Spirit Vessel's out. They might not even need to toss the damage into the Scythe. A gigantic kill for Execration to find, slowing down the farm progression on the Bristleback. And on top lane, the fight continues. Palace from bottom to top he goes. He's everywhere on the Necro. They've got the Tombstone as well. Firm control of this area as there will be no escape. And this is what we're expecting out of the lineup from Execration. It's not even that. Bob, he snipes the Snapfire behind the T2 tower. So Execration well and truly in the driver's seat in this game one.
Yeah, just the weight of the strength of their timings coming through. The Wraith Pact having a lot more effectiveness in that team fight relative to the pipe on the Darkseer. And it kind of felt like they, with this last pick of the draft on Neon, with the Darkseer, they were trying to resolve perhaps a slightly poorer lane than they might have been wanting. You know, like what is actually going to pair well together with this position 4 Clockwork that we've kind of stuck with because we were forced to go a different response to this Undying. But it feels like they're paying the price a little bit. Obviously, the very start to the laning phase went all right, but ever since then, it's been all Execration.
And I think if they take the T2 tower, Execration just can straight away go back to take Roshan. As soon as they get
glyph, making sure that the siege creep lives, ensuring that they get this tier 2 tower as well. Yeah, you could look to go Roche. Just push in lanes, take the outpost, make sure there's no vision around. The damage is pretty good with the Visage Familiars. I don't think he's got the resummon out just yet, so it's still the level 1 birds with the 25 damage.
What are we looking for coming up shortly here for Neon? Because it's at a stage of the game where this can get out of control very fast if Execration get this next Roche.
Well, I mean, Bristle needs to focus on farming. He can't turn up to fights yet. You're just not anywhere near as effective as you want to be. He's only 500 gold away from that Aghanim Scepter, though, which will feel pretty nice. Does kind of feel like he's going to need the BKB as well, though, in addition to that, because if you don't, then you're just going to get, you know, Reaper's Scythed, you're going to get Grave Chilled, you're going to get Shadow Striked, and then kited around pretty heavily while the rest of your team dies.
Feels like it's not only the Scepter he needs, but the other item after that, and it's going to take too long. Execration, I have no doubt in my mind they will go high ground before he gets that, with the lead they have and the map control they have, so they're going to do everything they can to funnel all the farm into Fortune Soul. You see him taking a couple of Ancient Stacks. That will at least get him the Scepter. And he needs that one
they're
more
really
item
wanting
afterwards.
to get this pick off onto him. Ion Shield used. He's playing on the correct side of the creep wave, making sure, yeah, he knew it was coming. That is great map sense coming through from Palace there. Playing behind the creep wave, baiting out where he would potentially be looking to move. And look at all the space it's made as well. They're going straight into Roche.
They instantly go to Roche. As soon as Hookshot's on cooldown, Palace like, all right, we can go. They can't really run in now. It's going to be on Enryu, but they are nowhere nearby to be able to contest this. And Execration, now with this Aegis, they can take towers and they can go high ground, I think, with this.
One of Tino's familiars got sniped by the slam from Roshan, so he's not going to feel too great about that, but in the greater scheme of things, the objective that he obtained is obviously much more valuable. Really getting into the AC as well. We all know that timing. Level 15 on the Visage, extra armor corruption, plus the AC. It's pretty devastating, doesn't it? And this is what I was talking about with the Darkseer. Like, he he's not massively behind,
Radiant's
but you
bottom
just
tower
don't see a
is
way
under
that he's
attack.
going to have this significant impact in this next little bit, right?
It's... Yeah, I don't know. I think it has to be a perfect team fight for the Darks here. It's... I think he can do it, but the fact that Execration have this ages advantage just means that their formation can be that much easy to set up where they're not grouping up for the Darkseid to get the combo. I think if you didn't have ages, then it might be easier for Enryu to have a little bit more impact in these fights.
Under attack.
Is Crimson Guard the build as well? I know it's
don't
good
know.
against the Marcy and the Visage, but
Dire's middle tower is under
I want to
attack.
say that the Lotus Orb might be a bit better this game, because again, it's going to stop the Grave Chill, it's going to stop the, well, reflect at least the Reaper's Scythe coming through. Just little things like that. And he's already got the Arcane boots, so yeah, buy the energy booster.
Dire's
Commit
middle
for the
tower
Crimson though.
has fallen.
I understand it. It's just, I feel like you need too many items now
Radiant's
on this
bottom
Darkseid
Oh,
to be truly
Shanks.
effective.
He finds Enryu in the tree line. Is he gonna guess correctly? He does. Shanks, beautifully done. Keeps on to Enryu. Now the rest of Execration, they've shown up. They've even got to jump into Tombstone as well. And the Scythe to take out Enryu. And they might consider higher ground now with this next creep wave getting pushed in.
Next creep wave, no Darkseid to be able to push it out. Snapfire really doesn't want to put herself up there on the front lines to be able to push it. Zed might try and do his best to put himself there, but look at this. You don't even need to commit a hero. Just throw the familiars out there, pop the sidekick onto him, an extra 65 damage coming through onto a rapidly hitting familiar. Isn't that fair? Isn't that balanced?
Lovely combo.
This is without the AC as well.
Look, Fortune Soul is getting farm. He's got one component of the BKB. He's going to be able to farm the Ancients another time with Neon positioning in front of him.
And they didn't actually use the glyph on that previous wave too.
Oh,
So that's a
no, they let
pretty big
no,
win.
Fortune Soul. Zed was standing right in front of him, but as soon as the Snapfire leaves to pop the smoke, he's going to be vulnerable. Tossed back into the middle. They'll kill him off with no remorse, says Bob. Sonic Wave used for good measure, and now they can jump on for Facer. And Enryu and... Oh, okay, I was going to say... Yeah. I was going to be like, I don't know what's going on. They're just standing still. Bob.
Bob's happy with it all. I feel like that was after the fact though, right? Like Enryu was there, he was ready to come in with the Vac Wall combo, but it probably
Wait,
wasn't
hang on.
enough to be able to deal with it.
Hang on, we gotta pose a question. Is Bob gonna kill them or let them go?
I think he'll let them go.
Oh, I don't know. I'm really not sure.
Do they have the follow-up? They don't have stuns, really. Rebound 8 seconds. Visage not there.
Okay.
See, let it win.
He's a man of honor. I respect it, Bob.
Let's not go too far.
Uh-oh. High ground.
Siege creep.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Do they aggressively glyph
Radiant
this?
structures
Yes, they
are
do.
fortified.
Do they keep the Necro there to heal up the wave? No, they do not. Okay, so pretty useless glyph.
If Neon can get away with not losing high ground from this first Roche, I can see a chance for them to force a mistake out of
Dire's
Execration.
bottom tower has fallen.
Gaben thinks it's a 5% chance at the moment. I still don't think you can fight without the BKB though on the Bristleback, right? So it's not good enough just to keep your high ground for now. You're still going to be falling further and further behind, just because Bristle won't have safe places to be able to farm
Well, they
it.
see Bob. He blinked in aggressively. Seb just steps through forward and pops the smoke. Playout's
got the
gonna move
Aegis,
in,
though.
but Bob, he's okay. He's gonna blink out to the right side. They've got the kisses. What a combo!
Good back wall.
Oh my lord! That's what they needed, but they haven't killed many heroes yet. Visage will finally go down, but Execration, they can reset it, go back in as Bob lines up the Sonic Wave. They're now isolated Avatar mode. Scythe, it's going to be available if they can bring down the death profit to a low threshold, and they'll do just that as Execration. It was a rocky start to the fight, but now they can look to clean up.
Yeah, por Dios for sure. As well, this is why you have to address Enryu, right? Because he's capable of plays like that. 4-man vac wall coming through from this Darkseer. And look at what it results in. They still don't have a comprehensive win in this team fight. They're probably going to lose 4 to get 3 kills. If they could get away on Fortune Soul, having been a part of that team fight, having got a bunch of experience from that, I think he got like nearly a full level from that too, and get closer towards that BKB, that'll be seen as a win. They don't have left, so he's free to just TP out in their face. Honestly, maybe even Enryu as well, right?
Holy dude, what was that? Oh my
Game started
Lord.
to
I'm
break.
watching-
So many units out there. All the illusions, the tombstone zombies, the spirits. Oh, man.
Holy. I mean, I honestly, like you said, even though Neon only got 3 kills and they might lose a 4th, I think Enryu could potentially escape if he can surge onto the high gun and TPR. He might even actually
I think
just
he
straight
just TP
TP
right now. Yeah.
I was thinking the same as well, but I'm just concerned that might be able to go. They don't have Scream. I was going to say Vessel with the pulse.
If he walks up onto the high ground, maybe he gets hit by the Shadow Strike again. And that's like an extra 120 damage in between your right clicks, right?
Yep. Oh, we get a replay again of it. Look, that has to give Neon a lot of confidence that they can execute a team fight, and we have spoken time and time again, like they do have incredible team fighting. It's just a question of, are they ever going to get an opportunity to be able to hit those ultimates? And they did it once. I can see them doing it a second time. I mentioned that if they can avoid losing high ground off the first ages, they can get to a position where you can farm BKB and take a fight for the second Roche. So Neon are not out of this. They are not out of this at all. I think it's not. I'm honestly surprised Gaben says it's a 4% chance.
Yeah, you need to get into your BKB though. You need your Crimson Guard. Enryu, I really don't want him to get the Aghanim Shard. Hopefully he doesn't think that it's still normal punch, although not really any great heroes to normal punch, I suppose. You would just use it for the lockdown. That Blake Dagger is going to be far more effective for him, in my opinion. If he's able to land vac walls like that, and then even just buff up the illusions with all the pipe, the Crimson Guard, then it's going to be looking a lot more optimistic for Neon. I still want them to get something like a Wraith Pact as well, though. But right now, he's going into the Glimmer Cape, Clockwork, into a Spirit Vessel. Both very understandable items, but it's... I feel like you just need to withstand that initial burst of damage, you know?
Have you seen this new Surge with the Ag Shot as well? I'm yet to see it.
In demo mode. It looks like what it says. It leaves the slipstream.
I mean, 50% that's a big slow. So I wonder, I mean, with the Bristleback and a Death Prophet, like heroes that want to be in the middle, I wonder how they're slowing the damage, if it's actually going to be noticeable or not.
Does he even get it though? I really think he shouldn't. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. For those that aren't aware,
Jeez.
vMix is what they use to be able to look at players' cameras. So that's
Oh
that.
my god. Oh, don't say it like that.
Jeez, give me a freaking heart attack, man. Come on.
At least Undying is
In the
one of
game.
well, yeah, in the game, but one of the few heroes I feel like if you have to micro, just drop Tombstone Ultimate, just get him right clicking. Maybe chuck a Soul Rip sometimes. I don't know.
All right, does he TP? Yes or no on Enryu? I say yes.
Yeah, sure, yes.
If he runs to the top of the stairs and TPs, I'll give you the win because you did say that.
I honestly thought he was going to go to the right stairs. That's when I meant stairs. I think
We'll see.
Fortune Soul will live. He's not going to die. He'll be
Yes.
chilling. He's got a very big wave down bottom and also another one connecting.
If Quap didn't have the Aegis, they would probably go for a turnaround here, honestly.
Tell me someone saw that.
Still 20 seconds away. I don't think you can kite it for that long.
Смотрим дальше.
No, I don't think so either.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite of the voice lines that have come out so far?
Oh man, what? Dude, there's so many. there's a pretty cool one there, isn't there?
Yeah, Hasta Luego is pretty good. The one that was just used, the is good. Wow, I like wow. That just feels like it could be used in many different situations. It is the Effie laughs of this season. We haven't seen the TI talent voice lines though, so maybe there's going to be another few gems in there.
What about my one?
So anyway, which talent voice line do you think is going to be good?
Yeah, screw you, man. That's
Go on,
alright.
let's have a live recreation of your voice line.
No, it does not come out like that.
That's what I thought. If it was good, you would be happy to do it.
I'm spamming it in my own game right now. It's okay.
Do you actually do that in your pubs?
What, that voice line?
Yeah, your fight.
Oh, I don't have it. I got the Insania one. I love Dota. If
Oh,
I had
okay,
my
well.
own, I would spam it.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, for those that aren't aware, the fight is Ares. I am very jealous that he gets one in the game. So in your pubs, make sure to spam it out from the old battle pass.
I was spamming the Pelos one. I'm like, dude, it's kind of crazy. I have a voice line in the game. I never thought that would happen. I'm like, yeah, I'll
And now you're
spam
just
it.
used to it. Now you're like, it's expected.
No, that's
you know?
no, I think it's even crazier that I have one in there. I mean, this one's also a little bit more. The other one, the Palos one, was a lot more unique. Like, really, only he could spam it, and the team that he was on at the stage. Now the other ones.
Nah, and the team against him when he dies in a situation where he probably shouldn't.
Palos. Come on, guys! I want to play. What's going on, Goaty? What do you reckon he was? What do you reckon that
Do you think
means?
that's Goaty or go? Thank you.
Play on. Look at these, like question mark. Play us God, I suppose. I guess
Maybe.
you're kind
The
of cool.
question. The secret's still out. So we get to see the replay again. Give me that. What all players are looking for. The big vac. Oh, you love to see it.
Could have been a question of if they. I need to look at it again to see if it would have been even better if you vacuumed them inside the cogs instead. Because Mortimer
True,
Kisses, you
but-
kind of had to move to the north, and I don't think the fight would be any different there.
Beggars can't be choosers, you know.
Well, I mean, you kind of can. I mean, this is what they do. You look back at, you analyze games, and if you made a mistake, you need to see what you could have done differently. Vegas can't be choosers.
No. I do not watch my own replays. Like, as soon as the game is done, it is out of my mind onto the next one.
Well, maybe that's why you can't climb over the MMR you're at.
I have a very respectable amount of MMR, okay?
I know you do. I'm quite impressed sitting down at 2.5K.
You're not 2.5K. Don't undersell yourself, Mr. 5K.
I think I'm 5. What am I? I think I
You're
was
basically 5 on the dot, I think.
No, I was actually 5.2.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
well, extra 200
try and
is.
talk yourself up a little bit. I mean, Jesus.
Extra 200 is kind of. I mean, it's kind of nice. 5K flat and 5.2. That sounds a little better. All right, there we go. Come on,
Okay.
translate. Come on.
Oh my
Do your job.
god. Yeah. My job
Yep. Well, it's not my job.
to know Filipino.
Yeah. Well, it's not. That's definitely not my job.
If it was French or Spanish, I could give it a go. But
Yeah. Okay. That's where you get.
Let me get my camera out. Okay,
Yeah,
calm
okay.
down.
Good.
Okay, I see admin. That's a word that I know.
I see admin and wait. So.
So I
know.
think they're trying to find out an alternative way to be able to get the VMix camera to work. I think it's very important that we have the players that are playing.
Look at it on pause. Is he
You
TP?
ready? Okay.
Oh,
He
my
runs to the right. Aries correct again. Maybe
It took a
should've
little bit too long to TP. I thought he was going to TP on top of the stairs.
I know what you thought. But why didn't you just TP, man?
Fortune Soul. Hang on, they're setting up
He's
on
fine.
him.
Is he fine?
I don't
Aegis
know.
expires.
They feel like they can get the kill. They've got the Spirit Vessel out as well. Look at the damage that's racking up. Palos, what a movement with Bob tipping in to provide the +1. Oh, no.
They had all this time to think about what they could have potentially done, and they picked literally the worst possible option. Honestly, the Bristleback going up there isn't the worst. I think they did need to go up there and try and push out the waves again, get closer towards that BKB. At least he bought the Mithril Hammer before he died, so he doesn't have any unreliable gold still. But, yeah, I mean, Darkseer absolutely did not need to die there. If he didn't die, he has the Crimson Guard right now.
We are looking at really at one big fight here for Neon when they get everything up. BKB, Crimson, when their ultimates are back up as well. The kind of concern, though, is that I don't know what they can do to keep the Death Prophet alive in this next fight. Because Avatar Mode not having BKB, they will just scythe him. And that is a big target to take out if you get rid of the damage from the Exo, the Spirit Siphon as well. So I've got some concerns on how this DP is going to be able to stay alive. And you need to be positioned in the middle. It's not like you can position defensively.
Yeah, and I feel like you're going to be assisted with that. Honestly, it feels pretty worth it to be surging the Death Prophet at this stage. Look at how fast this bottom lane is being pushed in, though, by Enryu. It's something that he knows incredibly well how to do, just how to influence lanes, how to force bad reactions out of people so that he can come in when it's truly impactful for him to be part of it. Although, he is caught underneath vision right now and already used the vacuum, so get caught out here without being able to surge away. Great use of the Sonic. Stopping that
Push back
surge
into Palos.
movement entirely.
Long enough.
It's space. I know he's a core, but he's got his Crimson Guard. And Bristle still does not have the old Bekebe.
I think you consider smoking now for Neon with Sonic Wave and Reaper Scythe forced out. So when you get the respawn on the Darkseer, when the BKB gets delivered for Fortune Soul, it's go time. And especially now with the ultimates on cooldown. And you see Ser as well. Snapfire is going to move over towards Radiant's Triangle, try and drop a ward down. This is where they're going to look to smoke, or potentially to their own triangle where they have a ward already set up. Oh, not anymore.
He's
now
done
it's
it.
Gone.
25 minutes. They've finally done it. Been able to pick up one of these items. Do they go for a smoke on Neon after they get at least this first wave pushed out? I feel like you've got the potential to, and yeah, there we go. Go straight away. Just keep the siege creep there. Don't want to reveal all that much. They seem to have a pretty good idea of a lot of these movements from Neon, making sure to get the outpost control before they had the time to potentially be able to connect with all those respawns.
Oh, no.
Do it with flair.
Oh, I hate to
Getting
see
revealed.
it.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect positioning from Tino and the Familiars. Pops a smoke. He's able to get out. They're going to look to try and play behind the tier 1, so the Crete Wave mid that's beating onto the tier 1 tower.
Layhard's not there anymore, though. Like, he's away from the rest of the team, and understandably, he needs to get into the Spirit Vessel, but you're not able to get that additional lockdown that you need, the burst chaos coming through to enable one of those crazy vac walls to happen if Clockwork's just not there.
They have another smoke on Dial?
Just bought one.
It's unfortunate because Palos is now going to kill off this ancient camp, and this should give him enough gold for the BKB. So now you've already got an answer, the Spirit Vessel, because of how late it came out. I guess can kind of help burst down the Visage with a little bit of extra damage over time, but it's going to have to be a perfect fight for Neon to bring themselves back in this game one. 18,000 deficit.
Long Roche respawn. Wonder who that favors. I mean, yes, it's important to be able to get into, you know, your level 18 on the Bristle. Some neutral items are going to be nice. The Titan Sliver, even just for the little bit of magic resistance that it provides, could be quite good for someone like the Queen of Pain. Or not quite level 18 as well on Bristle. He's got some phase boots at 27.5 minutes, so a little bit less capable of being kited around in addition to the old BKB. Let's see how lucky they are with some of their items coming through. What are we thinking? Maybe a Paladin Sword for Fortune Soul? Tunic will do.
Tunic will definitely help out. They do see Palos farming over towards the triangle, so they know he's not with the team at the moment. They are going to need another ward on a cliff to be able to take this fight. You cannot take it blindly with the lineup they have. You need to see all of Execration grouped up.
I think you just got to go for the backstab. You got to try and find Palos off on his own. They see that the Visage is up top with his familiars.
Bob, he's going to pop the smoke.
Yeah, great positioning, Bob.
And Palos sights it for hook.
He could be KB if he wants right now.
And he's trying to connect to the team. He gets the force on the high ground. Oh, this is disastrous. And Bob, he just jumps into the middle. A gigantic sonic wave is
great tombstone.
Protected with the Glimmer Cape, but only for a moment, as now Enryu, he's in trouble as well. The scythe, not enough, but at least it holds him down for them to get the kill afterwards. And look at the instant TP. Palos, he's going to join Tino because he's up to his rack game. Tier 3 tower gone, barracks soon to fall.
Good positioning from Palos as well, just putting his body in the way, realizing that, well, without Darkseer and Snapfire magic damage, there's no way I'm going to die. I've got physical damage reduction with a Ghost Shroud, I've got my BKB, I'm sustaining a lot of this push moving forward, and they don't have Glyph. This is what happens when you've got a Marcy paired together with a Visage. It's just way too much damage.
Oh, it's Megas. They're not dealing with Mega creeps.
Hook shots available. You got to hit this on play hard.
Dire's bottom tower.
I'm on the retreat, maybe. He's waited too long. Just giving all this up for free. I mean, Neon want a fight that's in this really clumped up space. They've got all of these abilities that are really going to be effective with that. Bristleback with a QW spam. Exorcism Spirits, Vac Wall, the Cogs, the Mortimer's Kisses. If there was ever a time to go in onto them, it's when they're on this high ground or when they're close to the dire triangle with the stairs heading up there. They're very small choke points.
This is that even smaller choke point with the Roche. Flair's going to scout them out, but instantly Execration recognize if we're ever going to lose a fight, it is when we are all grouped up inside the pit.
You got to kill a squishy hero first. You don't have any spirit vessel charges.
He's jumping onto the clockwork on the right side. Bob's just going to pop a BKB, standing toe to toe, but the hook shots out, but the chain control will not be an option. Bob's once again targeting down the clockwork. They'll secure the kill and towards the middle of the fight. The scythe is there to cut away any hope of the Darkseer. Fortune Soul is trying to do whatever he can, but they are kiting the BKB. They're trying to run down Tino, but he's got the Gravekeeper's Cloak active to keep him protected. And this honestly should be all she wrote through the team fight. Fortune Soul, they'll get the kill afterwards, and now Avatar Mode is next on the chopping block. As with all this going on, the tier 4 towers are getting beat down upon, and the G's are dropped as Execration. What an incredibly well executed game one.
For sure. I mean, to me, it kind of goes back to the draft with what we were saying before. You know, Bob, he was really set up with the lack of stuns consistently that they had to have a great time on the Queen of Pain. Into the DP matchup, feels really solid. Felt like the Darkseer was trying to plug holes that didn't even necessarily exist or issues that were of their own doing. I think this game is incredibly different if Neon literally just picked up the Marcy instead.